Welcome back to my cave once again, humans. Playing a little bit of ChimeraLand. I know this game isn't that great, but I still have a soft spot for this game. I've just grown so attached to my big red hippo, and I love the fact that this game actually lets you play as a hippo. I'm being honest, hippo is a fun word to say. Hippo, hippo, hippo. I know you guys are the dicks of the animal kingdom, but I still think you're cool. But my hippo is not actually the guy I wanted to show. Him. He's the guy I wanted to show. Meet Bruce, the Rumpntuff power panda. But you can just call him Bruce the Brute. He's so big I have a hard time showing his entire routine on the full screen. Also, I don't know if it matters, but I don't know why. There's just something satisfying about those cracking noises. Like the one he makes when he does a certain stretch during his procedure. But anyway, how did I get Bruce the Brute, you ask? Well, I actually saved up for him. I pumped in some money every now and then with ChimeraLand, and I managed to snag him for $50. Totally worth it. I mean, just look at this guy. I'm trying to train with him. Like, let's see, I have a wolf fire at me, and, yeah, Bruce is gonna have none of that. Yeah, I don't care how goofy you think his big fat belly is. He's like 5 or so times bigger than you, pal. He can just step on you. Oh, and, by the way, he's faster than he looks, so you can't even run away from him. But let's see how he does against... Let's see what I got, too weak. This one looks kind of strong. Let's see, a bear-on-bear fight, maybe. Alright, let's see how this plays out. Okay, not very multi-sided, actually. God, this guy's got thighs of steel. Bruce maybe wants to fight something tougher. Let's see what else we got. Maybe one of these things. Yeah, why not? It's even a pretty high level, even compared to Bruce, so, let's see. Holy fuck. He really is faster than he looks. Wow, look at that fatty go. Another shot of his powerful thighs. Yeah, no one's getting through all that meat. Especially not with his insane speed. How the heck does he move so fast? Alright, so maybe regular enemies aren't that good. Why don't we take on a boss monster together? You know, these silver guys are always pretty chunky. What do you think, Bruce? Is this guy more up your speed? Or more up your alley, or whatever? You know, with big guys like him, he needs a theme song. I was thinking something like maybe... Na-da-da-da-da-da-da, Bruce! Da-da-da-da, Bruce the Brute! Yeah, that's just a rip-off of Bob's Burgers. That's not very good. That big-bellied panda. Sometimes it feels like he's not even trying, because he doesn't need to try. Also, it's just always showing off that big-ass body of his. Always just standing around, striking poses, showing off his big bear butt to the camera. He kind of reminds me of a character I made up for the RP group Tower of Heaven on Discord. In fact, Bruce might as well be the panda version of that character. A character named Grizz, who's always showing off his big bare butt and whatnot. Come to think of it, I don't think I've ever really drawn Grizzly, which is the character from Tower of Heaven I made up. Though he's not really a main playable character, he's just a side character I made up. Once again, Bruce is just striking poses. He's not trying. He doesn't need to try. He's just that powerful. Basically a $50 commission that interacts with an environment and kicks ass. And I'm being honest, I don't normally do that with games that have microtransactions like this. I usually when I drop money on something, when I drop money on a game with microtransactions, it's because I like the game and I want to support it, and that's what I'm doing here. I know it's a jank game, but I still have a huge soft spot for it. Maybe months later, I'll probably regret ever buying Bruce, but right now, I can honestly say in earnest, it was worth it. Not just owning a panda myself, but comparing him and taking pics with other people's pandas, which I'll do in a little bit. First, I gotta take down this Gamook, and so far he hasn't been too bad. My character's supposed to be a tank. It's not the best tank in the game, but he does have a few abilities going for him. Oh yeah, and my hippo ran out of ammo, or my hippo mermaid, so give her some swords. That doesn't run out of ammo. Yeah, I also have an attendant who is a hippo mermaid. Can you tell that I actually quite like hippos? Like I said, I know they're the dicks of the animal kingdom, but I still think they're cool. Personally, I prefer elephants, but you can't play as an elephant in this game, and there's no elephant pets in this version of the game. There is in the Chinese version of the game, but in this version you're stuck with these weird protoceratops creatures. Why aren't there elephants in the US version? Come on, guys. If they came out with an elephant pet, like a really strong elephant pet, I'd drop 50 more right there. Just, elephants are frickin' awesome. They're my favorite animals on planet Earth, to be honest. Not just for looking awesome, but I have a lot more respect for them than even a lot of my other favorite animals. The only ones that come close are bats. Bats are probably my second favorite. It's just that elephants are more intelligent than bats, and I kinda give the nod to them, but bats are frickin' adorable. Like I said, they got big ears, beady eyes, fluffy bodies, and they go rawr! They always look so helpless and small. Plus, they're good pest controllers. God, I just want to jump into that big belly of his. Smother me in your fluffy cuteness, damn it! Yet somehow I'm not entirely sure about his proportions. Yeah, getting these big fat characters proportionally right isn't that easy. One area I struggle with is the legs. It's always hard to really meld them to that big body. The back is another trouble area. I love just how broad you can change a lot of these characters, but it's still difficult to master. Let's see. Ooh, there we go. Okay. That'll do for now. And before I get out of pets, can I just say one thing? This thing right there in the middle, the game calls that a porcupine. I know you can't see it very well, but it's not a frickin' porcupine. And to make things even weirder, it drops hedgehog bayonets or something like that when you kill one, and it's not a hedgehog either. It's a frickin' echidna, guys. Do you know the difference between a porcupine, a hedgehog, and an echidna? You are showing me an echidna, you are calling it a porcupine, yet it drops hedgehog items. Ugh. Okay, what about mutated pets? They're pretty tough. Just need to find one that would have a part that might look okayish on my panda. No. Looking for a tail right now until I can find some better parts. Alright. Just need to summon up my panda. Try to do my best Nakali impression. Devour our. And let's go. One more time. You know, at this point, what is this video? What exactly is this video? Because just watching a big fat panda beat up a bunch of animals and whatnot, no, at this point, it's pretty much just a fat fur video. Though I could watch this guy all day. I don't know, just fat furs can be awesome when done right. Though I have to notice, fat furs and chunky characters tend to be less hated now than they used to. I guess a lot of people just see fat characters as comical. And yeah, that's pretty accurate. I mean, can you really take this guy seriously? He is comical. It's got this big old belly, these big old thighs, big panda butt. Oh, he is so awesome. What? Oh, what was I doing? A video? The only problem is that these enemies typically take a... Oh, wait, never mind. Devour our. My god, those thighs are so beefy. Right now I'm trying to raise his molten gold status. But, I'm not entirely sure how to go about doing that. There's these floating islands in the sky that you need to raise certain elements of your pets in order to access. There's, well, in the US, they're called tongue ingot, which is the one I'm trying to put on my panda. There's flitter, and then there's a wooden seedling, was it? Yeah, wooden seedling. Never been able to access the barrier in those islands. And the hole itself that you need to go into is hard enough to find. It's near the lower region of the island, and it glows, but it doesn't really show up that well. You really need to look for it. And it's best to use a condensari or a pet that floats, not an actual flyer. You're really gonna need a precision floater in order to get into those holes. Alright, I'm sure you guys are done watching this big fat guy jiggle about. I'm done inflicting this on you, so let's go to a clan guardian. Right now I'm mostly just waiting for it to happen, talking to other players. One of them is thinking about leaving, and it's kinda sad. Also, I noticed so many of the players in this game play as humans. Like, what's the point? If you really want to play as a human so badly, why are you playing ChimeraLand specifically? I feel like the appeal of this game is that you don't have to play as a human. There's tons of things you could play as instead, but no, you just choose to play as a human when there's so many other games that force you to be a human. I don't get it. I mean, I'm not gatekeeping. You're perfectly fine to do so. Why, when there's so many other options that you don't get to play as in other games, would you play as the one creature you can play as in almost anything? Though I guess it is pretty heartwarming to see humans and anthros work together. And just, no, there's just some some warmth in my heart every time my big fat hippo teams up with other characters, including humans, to take down the bad guys. I'm not sure what to say, really. Just birds, dragons, kitties, big fat hippo, and of course humans, all fighting bad guys together. I don't know, there's just something warm about seeing all these races come together and work together and whatnot, when I just don't see that in many games anymore. God, I miss Shining Force. Unicorn Overlord better deliver with those giant beast playables. Alright, so, kind of waiting for more people, but we are going to start soon. Let's see who's on. Alright. Let's see, another person. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Clan Guardian. Basically, a bunch of bad guys spawn all over the place, and I usually like to use my Mesa Cleaver to summon lightning to strike some of them. It's not the best weapon. I'll admit, most of my teammates are far more powerful than I am. I've been trying to do scenics, where you go around and look for scenic locations and mark them on your map and whatnot. I've been doing a little bit more. I've been playing this a little bit more ever since I got Bruce. But after about a whole year of playing this game, I'm still a maggot. Though maybe Bruce can help me become stronger. That'd be awesome. Oh boy. Who are you? You are weird. Kinda cool though. Yeah, and sometimes they like to straddle on the stairs or even downstairs. Wait, there's one there. Don't avoid it, Rumpntuff. Yeah, did I mention that's the name of my hippo? I wanted something goofy, something silly, but also something with the rump sound. I don't know what it is about that sound, the rump sound. It just sounds, what's the word? Kinda goofy, yet kinda ugly, yet kinda confident? I mean, that's the main point of the Big Matt theme. He's supposed to be big, imposing, goofy, yet highly confident. Sometimes when charging up my Mesa Cleaver, I like to do some banter. And you know what, I named this guy Bruce, so I might as well make a Bruce Almighty reference. Not that I have much of an opinion on that movie. I've seen it like once. I don't remember if I liked it or not. And as for the sequel, we don't talk about the sequel. It did have Morgan Freeman in it, that's cool. Who doesn't like Morgan Freeman? I don't have an opinion on Morgan Freeman, actually. I don't dislike the guy or anything. I don't know, I just don't have much of an opinion on actors and celebrities. I don't know, I just not sure what to say. Comes with being autistic, misanthropic, and whatnot. But yeah, Bruce defies logic. How is he so big, and how is he so fast? Also, I'm not sure why I wanted to call him Bruce. He just looks like a Bruce to me. I mean, does he look like a Walter? I didn't think so. He doesn't look like a Walter. Alright, Bruce. Let's see what else we can take out. Charge up the Mesa Cleaver and... Ooh, another panda! Lately, I've been collecting panda snapshots. I don't know why, just a lot of people I know have pandas, and I think it's kind of cool. A lot of people were willing to spend $50 on them, I'm guessing. Aww. Oh, alright. You're the boss. Rumpntuff. Did you hear him? Recall your dang fat hiney panda! It took a while for me to actually register that. Or actually notice he said that. Okay, so, wait, did I do it? I don't even know anymore. Nope, he's there. Bruce, sorry, you gotta go. Ay. No, not more pets, less. Poor Bruce. Poor, fat, chunky Bruce. Don't worry, I'll give you hugs and cuddles later. Alright, I guess I'm gonna help finish up Clan Wars without him. I don't think there's that much to do. Let me see here. Looks like we're only on the 7th wave. So that should be like 4 more to go. Including this one, at least. Most of these guys aren't too bad. At least they're not too bad for my partners. They can give me a little trouble, though. Wee. It's not that I'm no help, just, I'm not the strongest member of the group. Oh my god, another panda. Lately, I have been taking pictures of everyone's pandas that I meet. And, this is like, I have like an album of like 10 pandas right now. In fact, after I beat up some butt munches, I'm gonna take a pic of him right now. Well, like I said, after I beat up some butt munches. Say cheese! Click. Nice. Now let's get back to beating up some bad guys. If everyone else doesn't beat them up for me. Hey, leave some butt whooping for me, guys! I notice the panda's not doing anything. Hey, don't stand there like a potato. Alright, the boss is coming up. And you know what's ironic? These big guys are honestly the easiest enemies to beat out of all of them. Probably because they're such big targets and it's easy to gang up on them. Kind of balances out whatever strength they have, or cancels out, really. And that should do it. Nice. And right here I'm just talking with my friends about Bruce. Feel like he's getting in the way, and maybe I shouldn't bring him to every CG. But what I can bring him to? Panda pics. Nice. Oh, wait a minute. Bruce is way too big for this building. That's not gonna work, is it? Alright, I better tell the owner of that panda. Want to go to the base of the... What am I doing? Bad Baalf! Bad! But yeah, I wanted to take a picture of this person's panda. This panda belongs to my clanmate, Rare. Ironic that Rare named her panda Mr. Jiggles when she's super skinny and not very jiggly at all. Climb up the wall, Rumpntuff.
But I'm a hippo. Do I look like I'm good at climbing?
Meh. Remember Phantasy Star 2? Yeah, I was never a fan of that game, to be honest. Not even as a kid. I could never get into it. I got a little farther in the first Phantasy Star, and I do like that a little more, but that's only because one of the playable characters is a cat. Which brings me back to what I said earlier. I really wish they'd bring back Shining Force. They almost did. They almost made a mobile game, but that got canceled. Even a mobile game would be awesome to see. Just a game with tons of different characters you can play as instead of just, well, you know. Alright, trying to get Bruce into position. Better put him behind Mr. Jiggles because he's bigger. And time to take the snapshot. Cheese. Nyeh. Yeah, I didn't get enough of Mr. Jiggles. Let me tilt it this way, yeah. Cheese! There we go. How about one more good shot? Get a big full body shot of them. And cheese! Nice. Alright, I think I've let this video drag on long enough. That's my panda, that's Bruce, that's the thing I spent $50 on in this game, and I'm being honest, I really do like this game. I know it's a jank game, but I just, Like I said, I've grown attached to that big red hippo of mine. But anyway, until next time, I'm Baalf, and the cave is closed. Just leaving it there in case you wanted to read what I was writing. Doodles!